What's with you with the veterans, military? Today we're gonna be talking about. Got a little hair in my mouth. Today we're gonna be talking about the VA disability claim update report. VA just published a couple of days ago. Not so much about the report, but some of the comments that was left by veterans, spouses of veterans, and some of these comments get juicy. Some of them are heartbreaking, but let's get into it. Let's look at them. So first we got Jerry. Y'all know, I know how y'all are. Anyways, he's been waiting over here forever. Submitted his claim April 2023. CMP exam was done, September 2023 was that 2-3 months ago. Exams uploaded the 19th of September and then moved to the decision phase right after that. And he's over there like, hey, I'm sitting over here, NWQ since then, no fucking answers, nothing from the VA, so what's really going on with the average claim wait time? And VA's been publishing 140, 150 days, whatever the case may be, but that's all depending on that specific veterans, the VA regional office, as well as where it actually falls with the specific VA rater. Because all these VA raters, they're all busy. They can't get to it. They got motherfucking 200 claims they gotta decide. But they just went through 2 years worth of hiring new raters, specifically for the PACT Act. So last I checked, they hired about 3,000 new raters. Then we got, oh shit, baby.
Hi, Mama.
Hopefully, me being loud didn't wake up the baby, but dab it on her. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, then we got another veteran. I need help, haven't been paid for dependents in 5 months. Tried to get payments back paid to his account. The guy's been fucking taking too long, and they miscounted this check a few times. Been happening since July. Ain't too bad. VA just got to pull their head out of their ass. You know what I'm talking about? About to meet me in the playoffs against the Browns, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Then we got another motherfucking comment right here. PACT Act is a joke. My husband's a 100% disabled veteran who has cancer and dementia. We have been waiting for an appointment with a neurologist for over a year. Over a year waiting for an appointment to a neurologist. This could have definitely been solved by the community care. It's an option. I don't know why these VA doctors don't refer these veterans out. They just want to hold all their patients hostage until, something fucking serious happens. And then it's like, oh, my bad. My bad for what? When you could have easily fucking sourced me out through community care. And I'm sure this veteran would have been able to get services a lot sooner than a year. And they're still waiting, Then we got another one. This is another bunch of hype. Blowing smoke up my motherfucking IBS. You know what I'm talking about. Last 3 submissions for compensation were denied. I wonder why. Including a PACT Act. Wow. What a country to serve. Okay. Can't believe it. Here's another one. This is, you got me messed up. You know what I'm talking about? If the VA came for me, like, hey, we asked, let me just get into it. So this veteran was given 20%. Well, he started at 20. He put in a claim. He got increased to 80% for PTSD. He added mental health. Cool. But then a couple of months go past, and it's like, oh, we found an error. We gave you that rating by accident. Took that, I'm guessing it's like a 50 or a 70% for PTSD. Just looking at it, because he went from 20 to 80. Total VA rating. So I'm guessing he either got a 50, no, I put him at 70. So he must have gotten a 70% for PTSD. Then they bumped him down, reduced him down to 20, and said, hey, we want that money back. We want our compensation back. And he's over there like, you ain't getting shit. You know what I'm talking about? He's like, no. He had 2 doctors, 2 VA doctors supported on his initial claim. He had 2 VA doctors on his initial claim submit DBQs, nexus letters. It looked like they had everything in writing saying that it happened during his service. And now the VA is saying that, okay, we need another one outside of that. Why? You got 2 VA doctors that just said, hey, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Makes no sense. And now he has a lung problem from pneumonia twice. He said he almost motherfucking passed away in basic training, hurt both his knees. filed on, okay, whatever the case may be, blah, 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 blah. You know, I wish the VA would come. Okay, I don't wish that. I don't wish that on anybody. Not my worst enemies. Except for if it was a sergeant major. Anyways, nobody. No. Me and the sergeant major, we was cool. You know, he had to do his job. I had to do my due diligence. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, then we got another one. I don't believe that the VA is looking out for combat veterans. In my opinion, majority of combat veterans don't know how to express themselves. They're not open. They're closed down. You know, they think it's like, oh, band of brothers, you know, blah, 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 blah. Motherfucker, Full Metal Jacket. The VA is going to help me out. No, the VA is not there to help you out. You know, it's not like you were in combat. It's not the same thing. You know, once you leave that combat zone, you come back to the States, you separate from the military, it's completely different whenever you're trying to get VA disability benefits, especially for anything mental health wise, which is majority of what most of these combat veterans are suffering from, to include, you know, some of the PACT Act related claims, allergic rhinitis, chronic sinusitis, whatever the case may be, sleep apnea. Definitely they got that IBS on swole alert. But hey, he was a, you know, United States Marine. Motivate. And he talks about a little bit of stuff. He said he filled out a burn pit registry. He got denied for PACT Act. You know, the burn pit registry does not guarantee or even put you in eligibility for PACT Act or any claims. What gets you eligibility is your deployment history. So he has combat deployment history. So in order to get service connected for anything on that PACT Act presumptive list, he needs a current day diagnosis. So for all you veterans listening, yes, we all, now all of us deployed. If you deployed, Afghanistan, Iraq, Fallujah, you know, fucking Djibouti, Qatar, Dubai, wherever the case may be, Georgia, Republic. If you deployed to any areas listed in the PACT Act presumptive list, that serves as your link to service. That's your nexus where you have it. In order to get service connected for any of those injuries, you need a current diagnosis that shows, just a diagnosis that shows some symptomology and some criteria that can be utilized for whatever percentage in which they can put you in. Now, if you're knowledgeable of the VA claims process, by all means, submit everything needed for allergic rhinitis. You got your diagnosis, you got your CAT scan, you got your nasal endoscopy showing any nasal blockages as well as any polyps. That is what's going to get you a 30%, the highest you can get for allergic rhinitis, unless you have the other two versions of it, which awards high as 50 and then the other one's high as 100%. And then the list goes on. But you just can't go into the VA and be like, give me benefits. No, you can't do that. And, you know, just judging from the way he worded this, it seems like that's what he said. Hey, you know, I'm fucking combat vet. Y'all should be giving me motherfucking 200% VA disability. I should be goddamn the Pope. You know what I'm talking about? No. My record showed he had growing pain, whatever case, the VA is not my friend. I hear people getting 80 to 90% for almost nothing. Okay, well, even if that is true, those veterans did their research. They did, you know, they studied the CFR 38. They had some in-service complaints, and or they got it within that 1 year post separation, EAS, whatever the case may be. They got diagnosis symptomology according and related to a specific percentage for whichever disability they're trying to get. He has major issues with PTSD. Cool, and was given 50% for it. Okay, that's good. So he went from, okay, you know, but 50% is good. And then he was like, yeah, you know, in the remarks, it said because he wasn't crazy or, you know, suicide. And a couple other things. It's probably just due to him not being open, him not being forthcoming with that examiner, which a lot of combat veterans are not, especially when it comes to Marine Corps veterans, you know. I'm one of those, we all know. So, moving on to the last comment on here. We got this veteran over here. VA provides services to veterans. Not great, but it's okay at times. Okay, at least you got that out. Why in the world would VA be helping process illegal immigrants in their cases? Hey, I don't know. I know for the last few months, there have been upward to 100,000 immigrants coming into the country, various ports of entry. You know, I'm following the news, obviously, what's going on. I'm on a border country, border in Mexico, and what are we gonna do about it? What are we gonna do? And immigrants are being unloaded into VA hospitals. Cool, coming in, basic shots, shit like that. Make sure they're not injured, whatever case. Their cases, if caseloads are so backed up for veterans, why are we helping them? This is what happens when politics come into play, and it's all about politics. VA is one of those. VA is only supposed to be for veterans. Supposed to be taking care of veterans. Shouldn't have some veterans before. They shouldn't be waiting a year appointment when they're processing illegal immigrants on a daily basis, upward in the thousands, and it seems like they're taking priority, especially in I'm not too sure how San Diego VA hospitals are, but I know the ones in Texas are fucking slam, Chicago, New York, the list goes on. And if you're a veteran suffering these impacts, leave a comment. Let's see how far this impact actually really extends into the United States. You know what I'm talking about? And last comment over here is without the VA healthcare, he'd be dead. Okay, cool. And so with some of these whiners. Okay, so he's over here trying to season up the comment section. Suck it up, Buttercup. Maybe if you weren't running for office in this country, did not cry, playing poor me a victim, so fashion life would be better, whatever the case may be. So he's over there dogging, he's over there throwing salt, throwing shade, baby. But combat veteran, sum it up, veterans are not happy with the VA, with the current, whatever the case may be. Veterans are not happy with the VA for the services that they're not receiving, the serious delay in PACT Act, regular claims, back claims, supplemental claims, legacy appeals. All of this is being slowed down. Why? Don't know. Too many factors to consider. It could be new VA raiders. It could be a fucking mass influx of seasoned raiders fucking, retiring. Who knows? But that's all the information we got. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. This motherfucking Devo out. I'm about to go take a nap.